listeners! This is Keisha.
And this is Victoria.
And if you're new here, thank you for tapping in. We are the Two Reasons Why podcast because there are two sides to every story. Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment and informational purposes only. The views expressed are our own and not professional advice.
Hi listeners, it's Victoria and
Adera.
And right now we are at a restaurant. The vibes are nice and cozy and calm. If you hear some background music, don't worry about it. We're just getting into the mood. And
It's a restaurant.
it's a lounge. It's
Like lounge and restaurant.
Huh?
Lounge and restaurant and bar and club. Do you realize those are not the same things?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And now that I think about it, Nairobi didn't have as many lounges.
Did it?
Well, there are places to lounge like this.
I feel like there is this new setup of people that are doing during the day. It's like a restaurant, formal setting.
Then they switch the chairs now.
Yeah, then they switch up the vibe, which is really smart.
Valid to a certain extent. Beautiful. I'm so sorry Keisha is absent. She was so sick today on the pod, but I'll be standing in on behalf of Keisha and so I'll be asking our guest today 2 questions. So the first question of the day to get to know our guest is, if you met yourself, Adera, as a stranger today, would you be friends with yourself? Yeah, with that stranger you meet.
I think so.
Really?
Not I think so. I know so for
That
sure.
you'll be friends with you.
Yeah, you know how I know? I meet people who are so similar to me and I immediately want to be there and I love them. I'm like, what? I see me in you.
And if you meet yourself, you'll be like, really?
Yeah. I feel like if I met myself,
Honestly, I don't know.
people think I have like a mean first impression, but I don't know.
But that's
I feel
always
like
the
I
best
would.
thing, right? When now we are talking about it and I'm like, what was the first impression? Then I'm telling you, I thought you were mean. Then after that, people enjoy getting like that.
I don't have many of those.
Of those stories, like when they thought you were mean and now you warmed up to them. Anyways, the second question of the day was, what's something you're very proud of that you never get a chance to openly and always talk about, which enters into the topic of today, guys.
Something I'm really proud of. But then that befits it's how should I say it? You said that I don't openly talk about.
Yeah,
so why would I
you get the
openly
chance
talk about it on the pod? Like, are you seeing the
You get the
reason?
chance to, but if someone asks you, you'd have been like,
I think the only reason I would not share it is because I'm not comfortable. Not because I'm shy about it or something.
or people are not asking me about it.
Yeah, I'll just maybe not be comfortable sharing.
But now we have asked.
Over share, it's like you're forgetting.
Now we've asked. What's the one thing you're proud of that you don't really get asked often?
I feel like I'm really so proud of so many things. I'm trying to think of something.
While she's thinking, guys, me, I'm really proud of my growth. I'm really proud of I learned breathing techniques. I'm really proud of the way violence is no longer the first answer. Where? I'm really proud of the person I am today. I know my old friends will never believe it, but guys, I changed. I stopped fighting. I stopped throwing punches. I stopped abusing and screaming and saying, give me the hair here, man. I now breathe and say, I'm so proud of myself. But I don't get to openly tell people I've grown.
You know what you've just said has showed to me. I need to work on my biggest issue is that I think of long term, like longer than long. When you ask me what I'm proud of, I didn't think of like everyday things like what you get. So I'm learning to take each day as it comes, and I'm proud of myself that I've been able to recognize that pattern, and yeah, I'm proud. I'm going to start working on it.
So we'll just enter our topic C chapter. So our topic of today, guys, is why we deflect praises with self-deprecating, depreciating jokes. Is it deprecating? Depreciating, eh? Yeah, depreciate, like mathematics. Decrease. You get it? So, today, me, I am saying we should stop that nonsense of deflecting praises with self-deprecating jokes. Someone has said, "Oh my God, girl, you look so good." Say, "Yes, in fact, I do." And I just bought this dress yesterday. But that's a big mini example. Let me give you a more stern example, whereby they praise you like, "Oh my God, you're so wise. You have such a bright and brilliant mindset." Blah 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 blah. Don't ever in your life praise people. Don't now after they have told you you're so brilliant, you're so wise and everything. Can you explain to me why now you're saying no? In fact, even I use ChatGPT. Are you crazy? What are we doing?
Because it's what you want to hear.
What do you mean it's what
you're saying?
To hear that?
No, the public, like everyone. What you're saying is the ideal. Like ideally, people should be able to accept to be proud of themselves, accept their achievements, freely. But for a society that over glorifies humility and being humble, all those things are seen as like doing your own time.
Yeah, but those things ended like in 2025. I thought we're in 2026.
For you and for like the very let me tell you, the minority. I feel like it's the minority that thinks like that. So it's like it's a fitting in thing. Okay, because if you have your circles where you're going to be like, oh, they're going to give you compliments and you're going to acknowledge them because those are your people. They will take it. But if a stranger walked to you and like complimented you, you would not be drawn to first do that. You want to show her that you're kind and appreciative and humble. Exactly.
For me, it's not even like that because first of all, people, the tongue is a creator. The first thing, the minute it comes out of my mouth, I'm going to almost start believing it. I already told you here on the podcast a number of things that I tangled from my mouth as a joke. You say never, it nevers you, and they actually happen. So that's my main issue actually with this whole On top of that, as however much the tongue is a creator in that situation, people are going to also still end up believing that things you tell them, the more you keep depreciating and decreasing the value of the praise. Like every other day, they're like, "Actually, your chicken really organized. Your workspace is really organized." And then you're like, chill. Every day.
I feel like it depends on the frequency.
What do you mean?
Obviously, someone can't compliment you more than once, and you're still on the same,
Exactly. I'm going to believe it, and now my status has been lowered. All because I made that joke.
Exactly. The chances of meeting the same person who complimented you today and tomorrow are like nonsense. That really low.
1 in a million. Okay, but now exactly why? Thank you for that. So chances are this person who I've just met is first impression.
Exactly. Everyone wants to give
in front of someone
because the good, quote unquote, the good first impression is the humility impression. A few people like a confident, outspoken person. Like even if they get to like you with time, it's not the first impression that would be exactly of like appealing to people.
Okay, now for me, I think
another reason you're saying people should be authentic.
Yeah.
Like if I think that I should say,
people
try to, but like you try to match the wavelength of the person you are communicating with at that time.
Exactly.
So if I noticed like your energy is she's I'll be with you. If I notice you're like the traditional person of like you get it, I feel like it's not a constant. People say it according to how they see you, like in what capacity they relate to you.
That's very valid and very fair. But let me ask you just one simple question. If today we are first impression, you give me that compliment and I brush it off with like, "Oh my God, no, could never be me, like chill, it's never that serious." And later down the line, we are now becoming friends and you're seeing actually that this and this is happening. Won't you feel hard that I lied to you at the start? Like, why did you lie, babe? Like, you didn't have to lie or something like that. Why didn't you just say,
maybe they didn't lie. Maybe the thing about the people that have the things that you admire about them, they never usually see them. Like, have you noticed how pretty girls when they are pretty, like, smart?
Yeah, this is a good example.
Yeah, like you don't know because to you it's not as big
as seen.
Probably, yeah. So they didn't lie, they probably just didn't know. And maybe along the way, this is how you meet people who actually now tell you, oh, you're so good at this. Maybe you should do this, or you get. That's how you go into it, because now people maybe have pointed it out to you in a particular way. But sometimes people don't actually know that. They're just winging it.
You know what? You have a point. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I usually receive that compliment of all from me, but it's supposed to be a compliment, right? But I feel so bad if that's the only, by the way, praise or compliment, or I don't know what you want to call it, that I will deflect. I will deflect from, like, you see the way I compliment you back. I don't know myself. I don't know myself. I don't say no, I'm not. Just be like, you see their ways. Thank God even I say that. Hey, I'm back on track. There are ways now to deflect without making a bad joke about yourself, people. If I'm being honest, someone tell me that you call, hey Vicky, oh my God, you make me laugh. And again I say that I'm not chill. I find ways to compliment you back. Even I say, oh,
that's your personality. Like, I feel like your personality is able to just come up with something in that moment. For me, when I'm talking to a person, I am not thinking of what. If you tell me so, you know how they should I say awkward? I'm those awkward people. So some of us process those things differently. So for you, like, I feel like your personality, the type of person that you are, you're able to find something to say in that moment. For me, I'll just try to be humble. I'll just try to talk to you so that I don't seem like I'm ignoring you. But I don't want any more conversation from there on. I hear that. But also, if we're like trying to just like wrap this topic up, can't we just say that, yeah, the minority are the ones who want to make jokes about themselves? For you, do you still make jokes about yourselves, by the way, when someone praises you? I've not noticed. I usually just say thank you or something. And
that's from now we're saying thank you, by the way. And given also, sometimes I feel like when people make jokes about themselves, you're reaching out for like a cry of hope, like, please gas me up, gas me, and I gas you now.
Sometimes it's not always that. Sometimes it's even a way of trying to, like, now start small talk onto the next topic. I feel like the way people respond is actually based on so many other factors.
That's so damn true. That's true.
It's not necessarily them, but they are trying to be negative about themselves. Some are. I'm not dismissing that some are actually negative, but I don't think some people do it unintentionally.
And my last thing. When they are just open the podcast, the episode may not be as long. My last thing. Don't you think now it cuts across now? It ends the vulnerability aspect that would have grown already. Because vulnerability. I have come and I've carried myself and I've complimented you and I've said, oh my God, I really like how you carry yourself, you're so confident and stuff. And that was me trying to be vulnerable with you. Now you're like, cut it out, shut that down. Well, you see, you're ruined vulnerability. First of all, your status is aside. Vulnerability, now you've ended that thing there.
No, two things. First, I feel like I find, like, I accept you have to be vulnerable at a point, but to me that's a weakness. Like, and I know I'm so wrong for so many reasons.
Bro, and you are Pisces.
Let's not even talk about. I don't even believe in those. They're called what? Star signs. I don't believe in zodiac signs. But back to the vulnerability thing. How is you giving me a compliment? You being vulnerable to me?
Yeah, like I'm saying, I wish I was like you. Now you're going to
you're overthinking it, bro.
Down. You're trying to shut me down and my hopes down by telling me, chill. You know, you see me here.
I'm suffering to blame for you having your entire trust in me. Like, all these people will look up like that. It's not how I present, it's how you perceive me. Do you get what I'm saying? Every person you perceive them in a communication is a two-way street. yeah, how I portray myself may not be how you perceive me. Me, I may be showing you my everyday struggles of life, but just because my struggles are better than your struggles, they are saying, that girl is so successful, what, and then you come and tell me, oh, you're my role model, and I do what? Like, I'm not going to say that in a bad way.
That was not your chance to now give me a bad
Exactly. Like, okay, find a better way to approach it. Like, but again, don't just go for, because bro, even me, I'm just swinging.
You're just moving every day. Ozunga with your knuckle.
Not to be mean, because I actually believe in like reaching what I want to be like, and I also want to have a positive. Even me, I've been in situations where I say, hey, this person did me like this, But I'm just saying, let's also not have too much expectation for the people. You get, like, to give them that pressure of. Actually, that's what gives celebrities that exactly to live up to our standards. Like, just acknowledge that this person maybe made it in this particular way. I admire them for that. But I should not expect them to, like, be nice to me and mentor me. Maybe not. Maybe I'm, battling my own shit. Maybe I'm not even a good. You get?
Yeah, that's Adera. But so how we are going from your perspective is you're like, okay, from your POV, you say you're still going to be humble for so long as you receive another compliment.
I think so, because it's default for me.
And if it comes twice,
thank you is default for me. I keep saying thank you until it gets irritating. I'll be like, okay, now I'm irritated. Stop. It's not even just.
I've realized how you don't deflect openly. You don't make those bad jokes. Or you just ignore and be like, yeah.
If I said thank you enough times,
period.
Like for me, thank you once is enough.
Actually not as emotional, and yet you're a Pisces, and that's so scary. Pisces in the chat say, love my emotional gang. Okay, but you make decisions based off emotions. However much you're not crying and shouting and wailing, you make decisions based off emotions. When you're like, fine, let me just go. Or I won't go back there because they piss me off.
It depends on the weight of the decision. There are times I'm like, what does my heart want? This one, and I do that. But if it's like something I know that will have like bigger consequences, I'm going to say that and weigh pros and cons. I just like put logic, but also consider a factor of my emotion. Like, but where does my heart want?
So your emotions have like what percent? 80.
I don't know. I've just never given attention to that. Yeah, but like I'll definitely see which one has. At the end of the day, I need to have which one has more pros than cons.
You people, the music here is increasing. The crowd is walking in faster. Yeah, she told me this place gets hella full. It's a wrap. Regionals, please let us know in the comment section how this brief episode went for you. We are so sorry about the noise in the background. I'm going to listen back and I hope I don't cry premium tears, because this was actually such a good, valid episode. I'm still on the stance of, if they compliment you, stand 10 toes down and say, yes, that's me. Maybe now what?
That's how you say that, yes, that's me. Maybe don't say, yes, that's me. Maybe be like,
I'm used to it.
Exactly.
So, but who is there saying, yeah? No one is doing that.
I've seen babes do that, bro. Like, and then it's giving mean girl energy.
Like, as a mean girl, you never succeed, people. I think by now you know. You'll never reach. That aside, tune into the podcast. Thank you for listening. Comment, follow, subscribe.